session in adding that one dragon from the beginning. He wasn't
Really?
relevant to plot purposes in the future.
I mean, he Can I
Maybe.
do that?
You can.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, hello and welcome to Odyssey of Eternity. I am DM Kenneth, and welcome to our Halloween week. We are playing Tyranny of Dragons, and we are getting into the third council as things are winding up in this world. However, we have Solace's recap coming up of what events transpired this last session.
Awesome. So last session we went into we were going through the portal from the session before last. We were going through the portal, and then now we're in the portal last session, and we showed up, and there was a dragon. So way back in the way first part, there was the dragon that we fought and shot him in the shoulder with the bow, and he got kind of bitter, and he came back, and he kind of took the entire freaking floor out to Waterdeep, the teleportation circle. They stole the floor piece by piece and put it out like in the little bit of a middle of nowhere, like almost middle of nowhere, and we teleported there, and he's all like, he, I caught you, and we're all like, he, like, pork you. So we cast some magic and we blew him up just a little, and he started flying away. And it was like, we're all like, oh no, he's gonna fly away and we're not gonna get us. So two dumbwats decided, let's teleport onto the dragon, like onto it. I'm getting there. So Nathaniel and Sticks teleported onto the dragon, where they started like besieging from atop the dragon, and we're all like, so Solace is like, how are we supposed to save them? And so Solace decided, I'm also going to teleport onto the dragon. So Nathaniel is fallen, and like, okay, Feather fallen, he's like, yep, he's good. So we're on the dragon. We are on the dragon in the air, like we are. And then Styx is like, I'm gonna go put this magic spell on my quiver thing, and it's gonna wiggle on back like a cartoon character and stab it in the eye with the dragon slaying arrow. So now we're on a dead dragon falling, and its head exploded. So we do that, and Featherfall don't hit the ground, and so now we're on the dragon dead, and yeah. So we've killed all the things, and then we're walking onto Waterdeep, and we get to the Waterdeep, and we're at the gate, and the guys are like, we can't let you in, and we're like, you kind of have to. So we get in, and we're getting there, and we're like, let's go see the people, but we forgot it was like the middle of the night. So we went and took a nap, and Solace got her hair dyed, because, yeah, Willow's cool. And then, yeah, now we're here. We're here now, not dead. Pretty good.
All right. Great recap there, Solace. Thank you very much. That about sums up the events of everything. Thank you for taking good notes. I know I certainly don't. So, you guys are in Trollskull Manor, a famous inn in this place. I believe you guys already have been here, because I think you stopped it when it was a orphanage. I think
Yes.
Earlier in your campaign, you killed the hag that was eating the children, and now
Yeah,
you come back, and the same building is now a ramshackle inn. It's serviceable. It's a bit sketchy, but it is working in as an inn for you. So, you're staying there, and it's a bit odd. You see there is just a feeling of tenseness there, or an oddness. But there is a individual, an elf, that is the proprietor, and he calls himself Leaf.
Are you kidding me? That's what I named the plasmoid. Is Leaf. The one I was talking about earlier, the ranger.
Nice.
I can't change my name my parents gave me. He
That was
looks
out of
at you.
character. That was out of character. That was directed at you, Kenneth.
So we're at the inn. Has the sun come up? Are we all good like?
You are, yeah. A couple of you experience some weird, vivid dreams about dead children, but other than that, you guys sleep well knowing that you saved the majority of the children that were here from certain doom.
Horrifying.
Oh, Eugene, you weren't here, were you? Oh, we've been to this place.
Here for what?
Okay.
First of all.
So in the past, we came here and
Uh-huh.
there was a hag, and she was fattening children up and
Okay.
eating them.
Uh-huh.
So we came here, and I brought them cookies or brownies. I can't remember when that switch happened, but
Does it matter at this point?
yes, it very much matters.
Okay, alright,
And
I
we
understand.
realized that she was creepy, and then Owen cast a spell that ticked her off, so she
Uh-huh.
snapped my back in half.
Okay.
And then they killed her, and then
Uh-huh.
Owen put my back together.
Of course you did.
And now it's an inn.
Is it fine?
And
Is it actually fine?
Yes.
Solace, I want you to level with me. Is it actually fine?
no, but you just got to shove that trauma deep down, like Godric told me. You just got to put it in there.
I don't think Godric was very good at giving advice.
Godric was the
Hey,
best
Eugene.
at giving advice.
What?
Is,
Yeah.
is anything in this group normal?
No, not at all. No.
So just accept it and move on.
I am.
10.
Yes.
When Solace uses the sending stone, can we hear the conversation, like both sides?
Yes.
Okay. 6 is gonna pipe up with, I heard you talking to Godric the other day, and I remember him saying that there's another half to that, shoving that trauma deep down. That's an important other half. Let's not forget that other half.
I mean, the other half of, like, letting it out, but, like, last time I did that, my bagpipes broke. And those are expensive. So,
We literally have somebody who can mend things.
I mean,
It's
yeah,
important to let the things out, otherwise the trauma just keeps building up
But
and you explode.
now the bagpipes are a fashionable show.
Yeah.
Like,
Eugene shudders a little bit when you say explode.
okay.
You gotta unpack that trauma, kiddos.
Anyway, it is good. It's good now, because the hag's gone.
Of course it is.
Yep.
Look, you guys could tell me pretty much anything and I'd believe you. So, you know, I mean, at this point, I feel like there's very few things you could tell me and I would take it with a grain of salt because after the things I've seen in these past, how long has it been? Like a week? Maybe?
I've died twice.
Yeah, that a big thing.
Oh, Owen can talk to gods.
Of
One
course
god.
you can.
One
Uh,
god in particular.
Yeah. A very specific one.
I mean, Uncle Cedric does that to Pelor too, so like, I mean, I guess that's normal-ish.
I would love to figure out what that is, but right now, should we go find the people that we haven't talked to and, like, go talk to the king and go talk to the dwarf before the council?
Solace, I'm just along for the ride. You do whatever you want.
Are you sure there's no hugs? Because I have a feeling.
Uh-oh.
Hey,
Would a firm handshake do it for you?
I'll take a firm handshake.
All right, okay. And Eugene's gonna stick out his hand, and we're just gonna shake hands.
Yep, that's so he's one tear of joy. Like,
You're a very strange person. You know that?
I've been
Okay.
informed.
Okay, I just want to know that we're on the same page. Let's go.
I mean, you shoot
Hey.
lightning out of your chest, so no room to talk, bud.
No, not at all, but still.
Willow, do you want to interrogate this guy, or do we just want to, you know?
I thought we already did that.
Why why don't you go ahead and do it, and I'll just let you have Bob as backup.
Fair enough.
And then she snaps her fingers, and Bob enlarges.
Big Bob. Big Bob.
Oh, this poor like inn owner, like.
No, he's no longer Bob. He is now Robert. Greetings.
If you don't have inspiration, take it there, because that was
I
funny.
do. I do.
He doesn't.
Thank you.
bark.
I
He
don't,
goes
so I'll
woof.
take it.
Woof.
Okay, so
Oh.
are we gonna go find the dwarves first or the
And
elves?
Bob goes.
So, dwarfs or elves first? Or Scott? Dwarfs or elves first?
Guys,
I know how to speak.
so I had an idea. Maybe we should like gather some. I don't know. I was thinking we could probably guilt him into apologizing. Either guilt him about killing a good dragon, or guilt him. Wow, that like either like the cult of the dragon is gonna destroy the world if he doesn't apologize. So the dwarfs clearly, but
Solace, give me an insight check. Well, first off, how familiar is Solace with dwarfs growing up in a halfling holler?
I mean, kinda like ish. I know that they're stubborn and like that, but let me give a vibe check. I'm gonna get 18 plus 2, dirty 20.
All right. So you know, like you said, you know that dwarfs are probably one of the most stubborn races on the face of the planet genetically. They are.
I'm genetically stubborn.
Yeah, dwarfs are, and you know that trying to guilt trip a dwarf usually ends with the offendee getting punched.
Would I know any tactics against dwarfs that do work?
Ale. That's their holy water. And I'm not being fantasy racist at all. That's like literally whiskey and ale are their holy water for their deities.
Anything else? Like, we can do that. But, like,
Other than that,
nope. Okay, got it. Will someone else doing the getting them drunk and then I'll do the talking part?
I can get them drunk.
Sticks, you have been politely uninvited.
Okay.
Because you can't talk to people.
Actually, can Mr. Sticks be invited? Because I have some things I'd like to talk about with Mr. Sticks, not pertaining to the doors, but pertaining to other things we were speaking about.
Yeah.
So,
Nah, I'm not wanted. I'll stay out.
No, you're
No, I've
just
got some
gonna-
shopping I want to do anyways. I'll go, and he leaves.
Oh no.
Sticks,
Crap.
hold on. He's just gonna follow Sticks. Like, hold, wait.
Buy
He
me
doesn't
fancy
seem-
dogs.
It's important to note, clearly on his face, he does not seem mad. He's very smug about this.
Okay.
You keep talking shit to him, and he's going to start acting like this now.
Okay.
He's been getting so much crap for not being Godric, while claiming from the very start to not be Godric and not be a replacement to him.
You burned a building down.
he's already gone.
Yeah,
Okay.
As,
okay. Mental anger. Like.
and I think Eugene follows.
Yep, as Eugene is like, wait, hold on.
Hold on. You took a vial of my blood last night. I feel like that's something we need to talk about.
As everyone in the inn, as you're leaving, just turns and looks very concerned as you burst out the door following after.
What's going on? Like what?
They see, and everyone just sort of looks back at the party, and even Leaf, the bartender's like, whatever you do in your own time, it's fine, but not in my inn, please. We just got a reputation back from not being a child-eating orphanage.
Oh, Leaf. Leif, can we buy a large quantity of alcohol, please?
It's a tavern, so yes.
No? Owen, do you have a better idea of where to get a large quantity of alcohol?
Well, here's an idea. Why would we get drunk before we're gonna have to go speak with
No,
nobles?
we'll bring the alcohol with us to where the dwarf is staying, and then say, "Do you want to have a drink while we talk?" And then we have lots of drinks. And then,
Right. And then after that, we're gonna go speak with a bunch of nobles.
well, I'm not gonna drink. I'm not gonna drink, and I'm gonna be speaking. What about someone?
So the rest of us will all be drunk, acting like fools, while you're trying to speak and not be distractions.
I feel like someone should be drunk. Like one person will get drunk with them, and then we'll send him home to like sleep it off, and the rest of us, or we could just let the dwarf get drunk.
Well, dwarves typically don't drink alone. I don't think, right? Right?
Well,
Yeah. No. She says no. We gotta drink together. So maybe we go talk to them first and then party with the dwarf tonight?
well, when's the council? I thought it was like pretty soon, immediately.
Right. I mean, I'm all about not about day drinking because last time I day drank, that was with Corvus and I ended up underneath a table. Still don't even know how that happened. But anyways,
That was a fun
So-
night.
so I mean maybe like do it at night?
When's the council? We have to talk to them before the council.
Right. But why don't we do why do we have to do it before the council?
Because we need him to apologize at the council because the dragons are going to be there and they're waiting for us to get apologies to join the fight.
We can still get the apology after.
But wouldn't it be easier if we got it all at once?
So you want us all to get drunk?
No,
Okay, this is not going to be a bad idea. Sure.
no, I don't want us all to get drunk. Like, we'll get one person drunk and send him home.
Oh, so then the other person can't. We're not allowed to come. Who's the one that's not going to show up? And
I
as the
don't know.
Inquisitor, who's not going to show up?
I don't know. We have to talk to the dwarves, and we have to do that before. I thought we got a message from the dragons saying that we have promises that they expect us to keep at the council.
Right. Well, don't we already have one of the promises fulfilled?
No, we have to talk to the elves and the dwarves.
So why don't we do the elves since we already have leverage on that one?
Because we have to do the dwarves too. We can do the dwarves after. We can do the elves first and the dwarves second. But we kind of.
As you guys are sitting there, the door opens of the tavern as you see several hooded figures, very much dark robes, the hoods pulled all the way taut. They're very lithe figures as well. There's about 8 of them.
If you're from the cult, you just leave.
They just sort of glance your way. Their cowls very deeply pulled. You get the briefest glimpse of elven features.
Really don't have time to deal with the cult right now.
No, shh, back it. Hi, I'm Solace from Northern Swift and
As you start to approach, the figures that are in the farthest lines, they draw very, very quickly very fine elven blades and hold them up to your throat.
Dude, like that was completely unnecessary.
As you see the middle figure raise his head, as you see the features of King Melindrock underneath the cloak.
Okay,
Good.
Owen wins. Got it. Yep.
I
1
hear...
point for 0 point Solace.
I hear that you have something that belongs to me.
Crap.
Dude, you better put the knife down right now.
No, you're not here. You're in the room.
No, this is at
This
the
is
inn.
in the bar.
Wait,
You guys were having breakfast and discussing things, and he came in.
But where did we put the hostage then?
He's sitting.
He's sitting next to Robert
I'm glad you said.
And Willow.
and Willow.
But he puts the guard puts the dagger away. As
Good. Remove the helmet before we talk like civilized people.
Yeah, hi.
he sort of, you see the king sort of lift an eyebrow under the cowl. I cannot be affiliated with this sort of place. And he looks to the bartender, no offense, as he tosses him a bag of coins.
Okay.
The bartender, just without a word, nods his head, goes to the main door, and just locks the door, and flips the sign to closed. And just walks out of the building. I'll be back in 20 minutes.
Ken, I have a question.
Yes.
How far away are we at this point?
You guys are about, between all the talking and stuff like that, probably about like 10-15 minutes away.
Okay, so we probably wouldn't have seen any of that.
No.
Okay. I
Ooh,
was just checking.
Yep.
yep. Elves first. Got it. You know, I had a whole speech planned, Mr. Melendrock, but like having sharp things pointed at me really clears the mind, don't you think?
And I apparently have a dead son come back to life, and that has been taunting and destroying my people.
Oh, yep. That's
My spies have not been idle.
yep.
And
got
your
it.
sending stone attempts were intercepted by my mages.
I mean, I was trying to reach you, but it didn't occur to me. Ken, I never explicitly said. We just said we wanted to talk to him.
Yes. But his spies, you trying to contact him triggered his spies to get
kinda
his
just
spies to figure out
snip
what's
us out.
going on, yeah.
Okay. So yeah.
Because it's not every day someone spends all their spell slots trying to talk to a king that won't answer their sending spell.
Alice, you're making me sound desperate. I only did one. Like, jeez.
You're making me sound desperate.
So do you want to sit down because this is kind of hostile. Like, but
The dagger's been put away.
I mean, it's still hostile.
He just sort of leans up against the bar, arms
Cool.
crossed, and the fact that I'm doing this in a Snorlax onesie definitely doesn't make it any worse.
Remove the cowl, Ken.
I think
Remove
it's
the cowl.
I think it's kind of it's still threatening.
He just sort of, you see his eyebrow come up again, and he's like, "So, what are your terms? I know my son is alive.
Yep.
What
We
are
figured.
your terms and for me to gain my child back into my caring, loving hands, and not into the council's hands?"
Yep. Wow. You're like a little on the nose, but okay. So, as you know, bad dragons are attacking the land like la di da di da.
I
So
know.
when we went, yeah, I figured if you didn't know it'd be a problem. But we went to the good dragons, and they told us that they would absolutely not at all help us at all if they did not get an apology from you.
An apology for what?
Solace pulls out a little notebook from a formal apology from Elf King about the Draken Ridge. You apparently, yes.
You need to apologize to Pertanther specifically. He wants an apology from you.
He would
If you
like
made
an
that
apology about the Dragon
From
Ridge.
Protanther, you say?
Yep, but I'm pretty sure the other dragons would toast you if you didn't give one either. Just saying, third party here. Like,
Toast.
Are you threatening the
No,
king
no.
of the elves with
not at all, sir.
Draconic
I think you're excellent. Your hair
violence?
is wonderful. You have a fancy ears. You're a very nice guy. I like your kingdom. Your people are nice. So far, everything's good. I'm just saying.
He leans a bit closer in You're sweating a lot for someone who claims to be against the dragon cult, but is threatening violence from dragons.
Shut up. Okay? Like, that's not what I meant. What I meant
As
is
you say "shut up," a female guard just slaps you right across the face, in just utter disgust that you just told her elven king to shut up.
I just... Okay.
Right to his face.
In Halfling Land, we don't slap each other, but that's okay. I get that. I'm sorry. That was my fault. I got annoyed. But, it's okay. I'm gonna put my sweaty socks back in the boots and put them under the bed, and it's all gonna be fine. But, yes. What I'm saying...
In fluent Sylvan, you hear Baxon say, "Do that again, and it will be do that again, and you'll lose the hand."
Ow.
Directly to her.
No, Baxon! Okay, there's a difference between...
You can't... Do you understand Sylvan?
No, but I know Baxon.
It is a safe bet that if Baxon is saying something like aggressively towards someone, doesn't matter what language it is in, you can bet that it's a violent threat.
Yes.
She just sort of looks at you, Baxon, and back in fluent Sylvan. If she minds her tongue, I won't have to.
I don't know what's being said, but, I am going to... One thing I learned, if you don't know, just assume it's nice and keep going. But what... We just need apology about that because we don't want the world to end. And I'm just saying, as someone else, the dragons are very proud people and they are not happy with you. And that's not where I would want to be. Okay?
I can make this promise. I can offer this formal apology. However, are you talking about the Draco Rage Mithril?
Yes. I have a side note over here that says Mithril, but I didn't know if that was something else.
I will offer a formal apology for this at the next council meeting. However,
yes, thank you.
I require something from you in order to do this.
I guessed.
I want you to tell the council that my son was killed in battle.
You want me to kill your son?
No. I want him to disappear and let our justice of our lands take it. I do not wish for my son to be a pawn in this conflict more than he already has been.
I'm sorry. We only knocked him out a little bit. We were just afraid that you would say no.
Oh no, that is fine. He deserves all the punishment he's going to get. However,
are you gonna kill your son?
Oh no. He will not be killed. But he might wish he will.
I personally do not have parental issues, but I think you guys might need some therapy.
The guard sort of like crunches her finger or her knuckles again and just sort of glares at you, Solace.
No, Solace is saying this with the sweetest, I want to help you face. She does not think she's being mean. She's like, you guys need help.
And that's why she's not actively assaulting you. She's just looking at you, thinking
Held
evil
action.
thoughts.
Okay.
I'm currently continuously using a held action.
The king's like, does that sound fair?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah,
I'm fine with it.
my morals are really wanting to kill me right now, but at the same time, I don't want the world to end.
Gather the rest of your party members. One of my mages will cast a spell to ensure that this deal is held strong. That includes the two that left to go shopping.
I think I insulted him a little, but that's good. The building isn't burned down, so
I'm glad that he's not the only one you've insulted today.
I do that a lot, honestly. I think I need to have some. Yeah.
She is the nicest person I know, and yet insults you at every single turn.
So panning over away from this scene, we get to the busy streets of Waterdeep. It's early morning, but the streets are still bustling at this point. Styx, you are just sort of bounding through the streets. Eugene is on your coattails, just like trying to carry on a conversation with you as you're just making your way exactly to where you need to go. While,
Yep.
I don't know, are you blatantly walking in front of guards, or are you avoiding them with your history in this place?
So the thing is, Six is taking back alley stuff, but he's not actually making a beeline to where he wants to go. He is purposefully going through back alleys that he knows are dangerous.
Yeah, so anyway, I was saying, that's a weird way to eat a baked apple, right? What? These people have knives. Why are we doing that? There's a street right there. Stay.
What? What?
Can we not?
As you
Please,
see,
can we,
like, a large gaggle of, looks like very street-toughened individuals just sort of...
Six looks at them and just goes,
Let's not do that. Hey, how about we don't?
roll me a intimidation check, Styx.
okay.
Because when a 90% burned hairless cat man gives a to you in the middle of an alley of Waterdeep.
Eugene does the, like, cross thing over his body, but it's like the points of a sun. Just really quickly.
That'll be
Yeah, exactly like that. Like, really fast and looking at Styx like, don't make me do this, dude.
that'll be a saucy 10.
The man just sort of leans in. You're not from around here, are you?
No, last time I was here, I burned down a whole building.
You see him blink. Shit, that
No, are
was
you gonna
you?
get out of my way, or are we gonna
talking-
have something here?
Was that the Temple of Gond?
Probably.
They get out of there. They are not dealing with that level.
Bye now.
Eugene is just staring at, like...
You actually look as you see them actually going right to a guard at the end of the street. These, like, wizened thugs, like, sitting by the town guard, just sort of looking nervous.
Mr. Styx, we need to go.
We're just gonna keep moving. We're not
We need
gonna
to
run.
leave.
Yeah,
We just
and
need to-
Six
yeah.
just continues his like brisk pace. He's not jogging, running. It's just like I'm walking with somewhat of a purpose.
Yeah.
It's like when the cats do the quick pitter patter thing. They're like,
Yep.
pitter-patter.
And then he'll lean over to Eugene and be like, yeah, last time I was here, the Temple of Gond, I was helping them experiment with some stuff, and then they started helping me experiment with some stuff, and I tried a very unique spell that I'd kind of picked up on when I was doing my whole hermit thing, and we, as a group effort, we summoned the Dawnbringer.
Would I know that? Would I know that? What is that? Can I make a can I make a
yes.
religion check on
You
that?
can make a
'Cause it's
religion
sun,
check.
It's dawn. It's a thing. Okay. All right. Bingo. That's a 14.
You would have heard reference that the Dawnbringer is a ancient elemental of fire. Thought
You're
to have
absolutely terrifying.
thought to have enkindled the first flames of the sun.
He nods sagely.
Do you know what you did?
Yeah.
And you're okay with that?
Why wouldn't I be?
Because Pelor is the Dawn Father, the literal like the archdeity of the sun,
Yeah, I've heard of him.
and the Dawnbringers are what made the sun.
Yep.
You just did that in a town with
Yeah.
some people.
Yeah, I had some help.
He forgot to carry the
Eugene-
one.
Eugene like looks down at his hands, and then back up.
You want to know what makes it even more messed up?
No, but go ahead.
I was just trying to summon a fire elemental. I got the
Eugene-
equation wrong.
Eugene does that meme where he like raises his finger and then like opens his mouth, lowers his finger, and shuts his mouth. So what are we looking for?
I need a gold vial,
Uh-huh.
and then I also need a copper tuning fork, more
So
specifically.
is this for me or is this for other stuff?
This is more of for us, so I can do some things I need to do. Yeah.
Okay.
Kinda. Well,
If I remember correctly, you were heading to Zoblob's shop for this, right?
yes.
Okay.
So
And it,
I've learned how to with our most recent lesson, doing some of the equations and getting everything nailed down. Hopefully I don't really mess it up like I did with that elemental spell. I have learned the ability to shift us to other planes of existence, and I want that copper tuning fork because personally, I would love to visit the city of Brass. I think they have a few things there that I really would like to get my hands on.
I like how this entire conversation has been making Eugene more and more anxious by the second.
do I know where the city of Brass is?
Arcana check.
Okay, Arcana. Boom. That's a 19.
Yeah, you know
I
it's
just
in
don't
the,
know where it is.
you would know that it is in the elemental plane of fire.
Just a quick jaunt, just like an in and out. Just need to get there, grab some things, like maybe like a phoenix feather or something, so I can study it because I want to learn how to make a spell to bring people back from the dead.
Do you care for your safety at all?
He gestures at the burns across himself.
Okay, I just want to know because, frankly, you're crazy. You're a crazy person. Like,
Yes, I've heard this before.
You're insane.
Yes, I've heard
You
this
are
before.
I'm sure you are smart, but you are literally certifiably insane.
At this point,
Like-
as you guys are walking, you're gathering quite a lot of just odd stares, including by the town guard when you guys pass through main streets. But eventually, you find yourself at the front of a shop. The entire street is painted and it's like just standard bricks, stuff like that. The front of this shop is completely royal purple, almost the color of Baxen's tile. And you see a stuffed beholder sort of just in the windowsill. And it says simply Zoblob Shop.
Yep, this is the place.
Okay.
Okay,
Just
So-
gonna- Yeah.
Uh,
I will enter.
So as
Say
you
hi to Zoblab.
enter,
Yes.
remember, this is in the past. This is not when you went through Waterdeep. The Zoblob that you know from other adventures does not yet own this shop.
Oh,
When you open the door, all of your magic flees from you. You feel your magical ability suppressed as you see the large, toothy grin and singular large eye of a beholder sort of floating in the middle of the shop. Its eye stalk sort of looking about wildly. I'm Zoblob. What are you doing in my
Hello.
shop?
I have a small shopping list.
Can-
Yes.
Because I am what I am, do I need to make a Constitution saving throw or something?
Actually, yes.
Okay. All right. That's a
I
big old +9. Oh,
very
that's
briefly
21.
forgot.
That's
Okay.
a 21. Am I okay?
You're good. You're good. You're just
I feel
suppressed.
bad.
Yeah, you feel like you're like not doing well, but like not the worst. You just feel like you're mentally drained at this point.
Yeah, it's probably the anxiety. It's okay.
Yeah, you feel like your just anxiety's just crashing at this point.
Fair reaction to being face to face in close quarters with a beholder.
Probably gonna throw up afterwards. It's okay.
As you say,
so-
I have a shopping list. The shopping list in your hand just sort of floats up.
On top of the 2 items I'd previously mentioned, Styx is also there for a scroll of legend lore.
Oh, my inner DM hates you right now. I hate that spell more than anything in my life. So he looks at you and he's like, well, I can do the components quite easily. The spell is a bit pricey, though.
How much for the spell?
Not many people can cast those anymore. 2,500.
Then I reduce it by giving you spells of my own. Spells that I've created myself.
Roll me persuasion.
Will do.
Say you're from the Inquisition.
I don't know if mentioning that we're from the Inquisition to a beholder, regardless of where he's located, is the best idea. Beholders are naturally a very paranoid race. But that is a 19 on the die for a total of 20.
Okay. You just see the eye squint at you as it leans in. You see a bunch of the the eye stalk sort of swiveling all onto you. And you see them squint, and a couple of them start to glow a little bit. You dare haggle in Zoblob shop?
I do.
Well, you dare correctly.
He nods sagely at this.
Eugene releases a held breath.
As he just sort of looks at 1,500. And the knowledge.
If we could bring that down to 1,000, I'll be teaching every single one of the specially made spells I know.
He looks... I want a tooth from that one as the eye stalk swivel to Eugene.
Okay, Eugene. So
One
so here's the deal.
molar.
Here's the deal, Eugene. I'm getting that molar. You can either offer it to me, or I can take it.
Eugene starts to tremble, like straight up, like.
And I mean this in the kindest way. And I'll even fix it. I'll even put a new one in.
No, but I would understand. Why does he want the tooth though? Like I don't even. I'm a human. I'd send a human tooth.
Eugene,
We've already. Gonna go get a human.
We've already discussed this previously. You're more than just a human. There's something special going on with you. You've even asked dragons to help you figure that out.
Yeah, but they didn't say they were gonna take stuff from the mouth. It's just, it's like.
As we pan away from this moment, as Eugene is just trying to figure out what to do, we pan back to Troll Skull Alley. You guys are back in the area with the king. Are any of you going to send for your friends? Or are you going to make a king wait?
I think I ticked him off, so can anyone else do it? I'll do Eugene. Eugene likes me enough-ish. He gave me a handshake. Okay, can I cast Ascending at Eugene, who is being harried for a molar?
Assaulted.
And say,
So-
Melon wants to make some kind of pact thingy to make sure we don't tell about his son. Please, please get here pronto. You can respond to this message.
So with that, you're suddenly being talked to. You hear the voice of Solace in your head, Eugene, as the beholder's gaze is looking at Styx and not at you, and so the magic is actually able to get through to you. As you're sitting there trembling that you're about to lose a tooth, As Styx is just sort of, I'm gonna get that tooth. I'll fix it if you want, but I'm
I'm
getting
gonna
the
take your
tooth.
teeth. So I like to imagine that Styx is like reaching for my mouth, and I'm like, "Someone says we need to come back right now." It just spills
Styx-
from Eugene like so many baked beans. It's just like,
Styx doesn't leave till he has that tooth.
look, listen, we need to go, and he's like backing up at this point. Look, listen, she says we need to go. We can do this tooth thing later after we.
At this point, the beholder is laughing louder than anything. I was just curious to see if you'd do it. 1,000 gold, it's yours. It was worth the laugh.
Sounds good.
As I need a strength save, Eugene.
Okay. Yeah. 22.
Okay, you feel a twinge in your mouth as a telekinetic eye stalk tries to pull your tooth while you're distracted.
Eugene closes his mouth.
The beholder just sort of turns away from you.
Can Eugene go stand outside?
Yes, he
Like,
can.
He just opens the door and like slides out. Like,
As you're sitting outside, you see the window. They have the beholder plushie that's in the windowsill. You sort of look at it nervously as you swear you see it blink.
Eugene does this. Like whatever side it's on, he does this. Yeah.
Very quickly, he gathers the materials for you, Styx.
Yeah.
He's as you show him your spell book. He scans over it briefly. It is noted. You may leave.
Styx will nod and head on out.
Does anyone else remember? I know that Protanther wanted a public apology, right? No? Just a private apology?
He said he wanted a formal apology.
Okay, a formal apology. Big difference. Go ahead. Like,
Yeah, suit and tie.
Ken, was that 1,000 gold for like everything in total, or was that 1,000 gold just for the legend lore?
Just for the legend lore, and then
Okay.
let's see, whatever the cost of those materials were.
Yep.
And the PHB. So the rest of you guys back there, back at the bar, you suddenly hear the floorboards above you groaning a little bit as Bob or Robert sort of sits down, staring at the prisoner who's just suddenly started stirring. You hear a small yipe as he realizes how much larger Bob is now that he's Robert Supreme.
Robert.
As you sort of hear stuff go quiet again upstairs.
I feel like I should have
The king just sort of looks up towards the upstairs. He's like, so that's where my son's being held.
I mean, we're a little pressed for like time and space. You know, we literally just put this plan together like 5 hours ago.
Yes, I know. My spies told me. As he sort of looks to the door where the bartender was walked away from. He's like, also, there was a message that came for you as well.
Oh, well.
You as a group, I should say.
Yes.
They sent it to be addressed to the Inquisition, and my couriers intercepted it. He tosses you guys a parcel to Owen. You look like you're the more learned one of the group.
Owen, learned.
You currently are a lot younger looking than you were, less Doc Brown, more
just called me old,
knight in shining armor look right now.
You're not wrong. However, I don't like the assumptions.
But he hands you a missive. It looks like it's already been cut open. And someone had already read it once. We had to check to make sure it wasn't trapped. It was the Cult of the Dragon.
Reddited?
Looking at it, it reads, "You don't know me, but we can help each other immeasurably. My name is Iskander, and I made a terrible mistake in joining the Cult of the Dragon. The cult's horrifying plans are sure to bring doom to all, but I can stop those plans with your help. Rescue me from the cult's clutches, and I will deliver to you the prize of prizes, the Blue Dragon Mask. Without it, Severin faces an insurmountable setback in his effort to call Tiamat back to our world. The mask is here in Zantha Tower, being studied and guarded by only a handful of wizards, including myself. The danger of my treason becoming known grows with every passing day, and if I'm discovered, I'll surely be killed. Please hurry for the sake of everyone and everything you value."
Can I vibe check it?
Oh,
I don't know if Owen read this out loud.
Oh, Owen. Yep. Sorry, Owen.
I
Also,
would have
it'd
read
be-
that out loud, but I guess I'm confused on why you would vibe check.
it would be a really impressive feat to vibe check a letter.
You're just like,
Well, yeah, but you can tell a lot about somebody from their handwriting.
I
That's
don't
fair.
penmanship is gross.
You know from the letter, you have his name, you know where he's located, you know that you at least have some components of a divination spell if you wanted to find more information for like a legitimate vibe check or whatever. But off of the letter, the handwriting is exquisite. It looks to be like someone who's scribed things for a living. The King Melindrock looks at you. He's like, "This is suspicious. It could be very much be a trap, as it was addressed to you, the Inquisition. However, if it is true and this man is defecting, the risk is a risk that we should all take for for one of the dragon masks. Go a long way in this war. However, we need to go to the council first before all of this." And this is the moment where Styx and the boy Eugene sort of burst back into the bar. As Leaf, you see Leaf sort of sitting outside the bar door, the sign closed. He's just sitting there smoking a pipe. And he just sort of looks at you, unlocks the door, opens it, lets you guys in. You hear the key turn again.
I like this town.
Me too.
Is everything okay?
As you guys come into a very tense situation.
Well, I accidentally told him to shut up, and then this lady slapped me. But other than that, we're all good. Like, super
How do you
sweet.
accidentally tell someone to shut up?
You know?
Styx looks more smug than ever.
He's looking in between Solace and Styx like, I don't know what to think of either of you right now.
I have a little bit of a temper that my halfling aunts can quash out of me, but it's all good now. We have the whole deal worked out. We just need some sort of like binding thing.
As the king
Like
looks...
like a rope or
No,
handcuffs or
I need a magical promise that you guys will tell the council that my son was deceased when you found him or was killed in battle. I will take possession of my son and give a formal apology to Perthanthor, and you will have my support in any upcoming negotiations with the council.
that doesn't seem to be a downside for anybody, but you know, the person we got tied up there, so I
Yep.
mean, I'll do it.
Wouldn't be the first time I lied.
Solace just gives a like.
So he waves as a wizard. A couple wizards come up that were in the group. I need you guys to submit to the Gaius spell. That way, following these terms, you will not expose my son to the world. He died in that combat. You did your best, and this is just my insurance that he will not be found out.
Is it
To
this
be
group
fair-
that we have a Gaius spell, or is it the other one?
The Tuesday game has the Gaius spell on.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
To be fair, I think they kind of wanted to murder him anyway, so I mean, it wouldn't be too far-fetched to say that our friend over there just stabbed him in the heart, you know? So,
I'll submit to the spell. What?
What's a Gaia spell? I don't.
So what it does is it binds you into a magical promise. You're going to, if you break this promise, you will hurt. You might die.
Yeah, it's like a lot of psychic damage every round that you go against the Gaius.
Okay, good, because Bardic College doesn't cover any of that at all.
Okay,
So-
I got you.
I'm like,
He's like, I know
Yeah.
enchantment magic is considered a dark, evil magic, bending people to their wills.
what? No.
Oh, it is.
Wait, it is? I mean, magic's magic. It just depends how you use it.
Yes, but most people use enchantment for the wrong reasons.
I'm a bard. Enchantment's what I do.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a
Correct.
reason there isn't many in our lands.
Well, great. Got it. Yep.
As
You ever thought about how messed up it is to charm person and rob them of their free will?
Yeah, you do know that in the elven lands here that the elves do greatly frown upon enchantment magic, and they actually prefer necromancy over enchantment.
I'd more enchant you like, don't kill me, instead of like, don't do things you want to do.
The fact that you rob someone of their free will in order to do so takes away
It doesn't
the very
matter how
thought
you
of
use
free
it, you're
will.
still removing their free will. But this isn't the time for an ethics question.
Yes.
We've got a promise to make, we've got deals to make, I've got some things to test. I have
Solace
blood to
just
play
did
with.
the like,
Quick
Oh.
question.
Yes.
What? Crap, what is they called? It's not level, it's rank? Power? Are they casting this at base power?
I have to pull up the
Or-
spell, like...
I pulled it up just to kind of... I'm asking him, like, are you guys casting this at base power, or are you guys amping it up?
I have to see what the...
Seventh level and up, it basically stays until.
Yes. He nods and he's like, that's why I had several wizards come with me. One for each of you.
oh fun. Okay. Yep. Are you gonna be get the binder thing too? I mean, it's only fair.
I'm nothing... I will submit to Aegeus to give the apology.
Thank you. Sorry. I mean,
It
it's a
is
little
only fair if I am asking you to submit to this, that I submit to it as well.
awesome.
The king leads by example.
With you having Gaius on hand, is this a wizard that will be casting this?
It is, yes.
If they have time, they're more than welcome to look at my spell book. I have spells within it that were created by myself. I'm trying to spread them around the world.
That is appreciated. As you guys submit, each one of the wizards will expel a 9th level spell to cast Gaius upon you, to make the effect permanent.
Fudge.
Okay.
That's a beefy Gaius.
Is
Yes.
that
Character. Sticks. Isn't Cleanse and Flame greater resto?
It is, yes.
Okay.
Got it. Yep.
10, ignore me.
DM, ignore what I'm saying.
So that's it. We all magic promise now.
Wait a minute. Solace, can you even be charmed?
Advantage against being charmed.
Okay, so you're willingly submitted to it, so yes. If you're immune to charm, this doesn't work.
Okay.
Wild.
I mean, it's good for a bard growing up with a whole bunch of bards in a bard college to have advantage against being charmed.
Also, you guys will permanently have the charmed condition now on you.
Wild.
Because the way the spell is written.
Okay.
Does that make us more liable to being charmed by anybody else?
The only person that it would work for is the person that cast Gaius upon you.
Okay.
Because the charmer has advantage on any ability check to interact socially with the creature.
For now.
You also can't attack the charmer or target the charmer with harmful abilities or magical effects.
So, mental note, if we ever fight this guys, we have to kind of like go against each other's charmers, like a weird macrame thing.
It's like that episode of Power Rangers.
As you're saying this, Melodrock just looks at you.
It's in my brain.
Okay, you said it with your accent. That's why I was like, it sounds like you're saying this right in front of the king.
In my big brain. I don't say it aloud. Saving it to say later.
Okay. So you guys, the Gaius is placed. King Melodrock looks at you. He sends the two of his guards up to collect his son.
Well, Mr. Melendrock, I'm sorry. I realized
That's
that
King Melodrock.
King Melendrock, I'm sorry. I realized I told you to shut up, and that was mean of me. And I try not to be mean, but I'm not good at it sometimes. And that's rude. And I know, like, this whole hostage thing, since we're pretending the hostage thing didn't happen, like, I'm not gonna get a chance to apologize later. So, I'm sorry. And, another thing, I would like to offer you these magic healing brownies as a sorry gift.
He just sort of raises an eyebrow at them, and one of the wizards just sort of grab the brownies.
Okay, yep, magic healing brownies. I literally just learned how to do this, and they're great. I made them double fudge. I did dark chocolate, and then medium chocolate, and then like kind of like a mousse in the middle. But okay, yep, got it.
He looks at you. Did you say dark chocolate? That implies the existence of a white chocolate.
I think white chocolate.
As it does not technically exist yet in this world.
Oh, well, I think white chocolate, it was a thing created by a wizard long ago in like a halfling wizard, but the other like halflings hated him so much that he got kicked out because they hated it because it's not chocolate.
19 Arcana on halfling wizard white chocolate.
Solace absolutely believes this is true. She absolutely thinks it's a true thing. This is what she has been told.
King to shut up?
I just rolled to see if what... And yeah, that exists.
Six kind of like nods his head and looks a little surprised that this is known. It's not a common fact.
You know, little known fact, he was a child of Yondola. We don't like talking about him. He's disgraced.
Guys, don't we have a place to be?
Yeah, so
Yes!
at this point, the king collects his son and leaves.
What do I need? I need more of me.
What?
I need more of me. I need to be in so many places at once.
No. We do not need more sticks. We do not need sticks. We need stick.
Pardon?
Stop calling him sticks. He is one stick.
Yeah, but with more sticks, then we can poke more things.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
no, I am
No,
forbidding you to
no.
learn the clone spell. You will never learn clone.
No,
just-
clone's not the one you have to worry about. Simulacrum.
I'm,
As at the
I'm
minute you
worried
learn
on how
Simulacrum,
he
maybe.
would do Simulacrum because it's a snowman.
A fire man.
I think
Burning
the yeah, it'd probably be ash. It'd be wet ash. It would be such a sloppy simulacrum. It's such an uncomfortable to look at.
Just slurps everywhere it goes.
Yeah.
All right,
You
so
created me.
getting off track here.
All right.
Dwarfs.
So are you guys
No.
heading to the Dwarven Halls, or are you heading to the council?
Wait,
Dwarves, right?
we have to
Oh.
talk to the dwarf first.
When was
Or-
the council being held?
They were waiting on you as usual.
Mm.
Why do we need to talk to the dwarves first?
Should we just?
I don't remember us having to talk to the dwarves first. I don't remember that being a thing.
I know. Okay, Owen doesn't think so, but he already won one, so I'm gonna explain it again. So what Dragon said that we had promises that we were gonna fulfill this meeting, right? And one of our promises was an apology from the dwarfs about killing a dragon thingy person. Dragon.
So they didn't ask you to have it done by a deadline. They just wanted it to secure their alliance. It was the dragon Otilia Carnos, which was the Leah dragon, that you met for the last one that brought you to the Dragon Council.
Yes.
And she was looking for the return of the skin of her slain kin that was used to make armor for a dwarven lord.
Right. So
She,
that can be done at any point.
she demanded that the remains to be returned, and that Ambassador Braun Av will make an apology on behalf of all dwarfs for the wrongful deaths of the dragon moots that the dwarfs used to hold in previous times.
Yeah, so we have a council waiting on us, and that can be done anytime.
Okay, sorry. I had the idea that it was just the apology, so my notes were bad, and Owen was right. I can admit when I'm wrong, kind of.
Owen and Solace, 2 for O.
I feel like we missed a very good sarcastic comment because you were muted. No?
I just said it's not about being right.
Yep.
So, you guys start to head to the castle ward, sort of following King Melindrock's retinue for a while in the direction towards the council chambers that have been appropriated. After a little bit, you guys do manage to make it to the council. You guys are ushered in as you see a few people around. You see all of the familiar faces that you've encountered in the past. However, there is a new person here, a tiefling that is sitting to Lord Neverember's right, sort of whispering into their ear as you come up. It doesn't seem like all of the councilor members have yet to be assembled, and people are still just sort of bouncing about, talking amongst themselves. You see Anthar Faroum, leader of the Order of the Gauntlet, slamming a large mug of ale. You see Ambassador Braun Anvil sort of off to the side, just sort of worrying at his beard, just thinking about things to come. King Melindrock isn't here yet, as he is still dealing with spiriting his son away, but he should be here shortly. You see a bunch of different ambassadors and stuff like that all over.
I lean over to Ree and go, "Who's the devil on the king's shoulder?"
To Willow.
Willow, yeah. Sorry. Your name is not Willow. I lean over to Willow.
No, my name is not Willow. Willow just shrugs. She has no clue.
Okay. I kind of want to walk up and introduce myself
To who?
to the new guy.
So as you walk up, you see Lord Neverember and this tiefling stop talking as they look. Lord Neverember looks up to you. Yes.
Hi, Lord Neverember. Yep, I'm Solace, and I see you have a new friend in the Council of Important People. So, I wanted to introduce myself. Because I'm Solace from Northern Swift and Essie. What's your name?
As you see, the tiefling is a female. And she sort of looks up to you and nods. I am Rhea Nightshade. At your service.
Cool! Yep. Awesome. I am also literally at this council service. So, there you go.
I know. My advisors have told me. I know who
yes.
you are.
How come you come to be on the Council of Important...
I am simply acting here as advisor to Lord Neverember. He invited me here, and I am here to serve my lord.
That's cool. That's cool. Okay, I just wanted to introduce myself cause I was raised right. So yeah. Yeah, you know, I have ticked off enough people today. I am gonna walk right back. Have a nice day.
By the way, this is what she looks like, by the way. I actually found official artwork for her.
Oh, she's a pretty lady. And scary.
She looks like a shaman.
She doesn't have like the raven and the staff with her currently.
Yep.
She's got 2 sets of horns?
Yeah, she does, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Gee, Billy, why'd your mom let you have 2 sets of horns? Like that meme with the hot dogs, you know?
Mm-hmm. And as you guys are sitting there talking, you see the people just sort of interacting, and they're still waiting on King Melindrock to come back. But you do see Ambassador Bronavel there. You see the different representatives of all the different factions: the Emerald Enclave, Harper's, Lord's Alliance.
Can I make small talk, like, while we're waiting?
Yeah, who would you like to make small talk with?
I don't know. Who looks the least likely to get offended? Because today is not my day. Like, the most friendly.
None of them seem friendly at the moment. The only one that seems receptive to people talking to them is Antharr Froom, the leader of the Lord's Alliance, as he's... At this point, you see a couple empty tankards in front of him.
I'll talk to that guy. Yep. Hi, Mr. Froon. How are you doing?
Doing? Are you here to finally join the Lord's Alliance? No, wait. Order the gauntlet. That's it. It's been a few drinkies.
I am neither a lord nor wear gauntlets, so I think I'll pass on that one.
Well, you're missing out. We got pretty cool gauntlets.
I have been informed. Yep. So... Yep.
He just lets out a drunken hiccup.
Do you want some brownies?
I'd love some. That sounds great.
Yep, got it. I don't have any drunk people peanuts, but I got brownies.
As you hand him a brownie, he just like smashes the whole thing into his mouth. The beard crumbs are all into his beard and stuff like that. His red beard. That ain't so bad. There ain't egg in this, is there?
That is egg. How do you make brownies with? Are you allergic?
Yeah.
Owen! Owen, I messed up! Owen!
As he's like, ah, I didn't want to ruin my buzz. As he lays on hands himself and removes the.
I am so sorry.
That's all right. It happens. I should have asked before eating random food.
Last time I killed a man with a cookie, and I almost killed you, and I like you.
Solace is no good, very bad day.
God damn it.
All right. Stream editor.
I'm gonna go be sad now.
Can I change the name of the stream as it's going?
I believe so, yeah.
Because that's a perfect name for this adventure.
Also, from the moment they walked in and found out that like they weren't exactly prepared, Six just right there sat down and started copying the scroll over into his book.
Okay.
I mean, how was I supposed, like, when someone's saying something dumb, you tell them to shut up. That's a thing you do. Like,
Just not
you don't-
to royalty
I
or
don't
people
talk
above your
to
station.
royalty a
Yeah,
lot.
gods.
Eugene is like he was a king, so you realize that he's the king of the elves, all of them. Like I'm stupid, and I even know not to tell a king to shut up. Like
Is Solace an elf?
Let's not go there.
Asterisk.
Eugene looks at her ears and then looks at Solace like it feels weird to comment on someone's race.
Does Solace think she's an elf?
No, I'm a halfling. We've been
Exactly.
here.
Right, but like royalty is royalty. Like you don't have to like fully respect and like listen to them, but
We
you also
were-
have to know not to tell them to shut up in front of them and all their guard.
We were in a hostage negotiation. I don't think the
That
rules...
makes it way worse. That makes it way worse. If things are already tense, it is a bad plan to say shut up to the king.
Would you tell Yolanda to shut up?
Yondola?
Yeah, her.
Yondola never says anything stupid.
That's not what I asked.
I
Six
have never...
glances around the room that we are currently in, full of high-ranking people.
Yondola never needs to be told to shut up. Like, ever.
Neither do kings.
Yes, they do. Kings are human. I mean, or elf, or like mortal, or whatever.
I think you're missing the point. Even when they do, they don't, unless you have equal footing with them.
I mean, hostage.
So as you saying this, talking about the king, he does walk into the room at this point, as everything just sort of calms down and hushes, as he is the last person to arrive for this. Sorry.
Don't die now.
It's like, my lord, do you require a hanky? Like,
Well, if you didn't already have a title, that would work.
Your mouth napkins, my lord.
At this point, this is where we're going to take our intermission, guys. We'll be back in 10 minutes. As the stream is now renamed to Solace's No Good, Very Rotten Day. Because that is absolutely wonderful. All right, everyone, we'll be right back. Come back in 10 minutes, and we will resume. All right, we are back, everyone. Thank you for sticking with us over the break. Welcome back, everyone. As King Melindrock has walked in, the proceedings start to begin of the third council meeting. The proceedings go as tediously as the previous ones have. There's a lot of back and forth over different attacks in the regions, what regions need support, what regions attacks have been pushed back, and they're constantly trying to figure out what to do next. After a bit, they look to you guys with news for any news. They look, so what was the progress on the elven business that the Emerald Enclave sent you on?
Bad, but now it's better. Yep, like
How so? Explain.
Yes, there were some dragons. They were attacking some elven people. We checked it out. The elven people were like, yeah, this is where we think they're going. So we went over there and we killed the dragons, and we found a dragon rider, and he was killed too.
If I may, just to clarify, Solace said dragons multiple times.
No,
There
dragon, single.
There was
single
one
dragon.
dragon.
Yeah, when we got back, there was another dragon.
There was another dragon on the way back, yes. But you
Yes.
said dragons multiple times in regards to the elves. I just wanted to
Single-
clarify.
Single dragon when it came to the elves. When we got back, when we teleported back, oh, by the way, your floor has been stolen.
Yes, we've found that out. The guard barracks has been renovated.
Yeah, they just took the whole floor, man. Like all the floorboards, every single one.
I was very peeved.
I was peeved too. A lot of people worked on that really hard.
But also, I mean, like, honestly, it's still impressive. It's an impressive feat, which is
But-
why they had to die.
The dedication to, like, personally hurt us. And the foresight to steal every board before we teleported back. That, okay.
Yes,
Yep.
we had some traitors in our groups, and they have been dealt with. Some of the city guard was subverted.
The original blue dragon that attacked the city, we killed it.
Wow.
They might have found that too. We kind of exploded this.
It was a puff in the distance.
Yes.
Did it?
Puff the magic dragon.
Yep.
That is a good thing. Thank you for that. One less dragon is one less dragon.
The who did we talk to? I don't know, someone. The dragon masks are being assembled as to something in some caldera. I don't know.
So we'll have to look into this. We'll set our diviners on it. They look to King Melindrock as they all sort of look at him and they're like, so, do you believe the attacks were real in your lands now? And he's just sort of, you see him seething in like a cold fury. But he nods slowly. I do, and I appreciate the help that these wonderful, fine individuals have given my people. However, I will not put elves on the front lines in combat. But I will not stand by as my neighbors are slaughtered. You will have our mages and archers in the background, helping out where they can. And I will no longer be a roadblock for any negotiations that might come. My support is fully with the Inquisition. God's helped me now.
I mean, that's all good. You know, elven archers, they're the best at arching. They do it very well. You know, it's a fine art. Thank you.
He just sort of looks to you, looks to his scribe that's next to him. Remind me to get her a singular boot for Christmas, for Troll's Tidings.
Boot to the head.
I am not saying the smart things today.
Also, if you're going to divine something, you need to divine the Well of the Dragons, which is in an extinct volcano, Ashen Plain caldera.
Thank you. We will definitely look into this.
Is that where it
A
was?
little more specific.
There.
Cool.
Yep.
Thanks, Owen.
Super.
The next thing, you do see some of the dragon. Actually, every member of the Dragon Council in human form sort of start filing into the chamber.
I would like to wave at Protanthar, almost about as nerdy as what Solace is doing right now. Because
He gives you a respectful nod. The council would like to acknowledge the Draconic Council in our council chambers at this point. Thank you all for making the journey here. And they look back to you guys. They're like, so, including the Draconic Counselors. They look to you. Have you made any progress in our requests?
A little. We didn't get all our homework done. We kind of went straight to the elves to make sure they weren't dying, you know. But we have a little. Please, can I just look at King Melandarok like? Sorry.
He slowly nods and looks to Protanther. Protanther, this is not easy for me to admit, as my people have almost as long of memories as yours. The Draco Rage Mithril was an abomination, and you see him like trying to choke on the words, apologize for it, formally here in this council.
Little golf claps.
Ambassador Braun Anvil just sort of guffaws as you hear him sort of laughing. Ha 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 ha! They could never wring something like that from me!
You have no idea how incredibly hard that was. Like, incredibly.
Protanther just looks to you guys and nods. Protanther speaks up. Well, they have my support for the council, but I cannot speak for my friends.
Yep. What? I'm sorry, but like, please. A
Eleuthera,
little patience.
the male brass dragon, you see his human form, his dark skin, sort of seems to be that of a priest of Agma, wearing the symbology and stuff like that. He looks to you. Where have you come for the progress of the dragon masks? Or have they been, any of them, obtained? And have you sent them our way yet?
If I may take this one. None have been obtained, but one, its location is known. Another, its location is potentially known. We have recently received a letter. We've been told where one of the masks are within that letter, though the letter does come from a questionable source. We do know that at least one of the masks are also contained within the caldera itself. In fact, if I could get a map of the geology around this area, there's got to be only so many calderas within travel distance. A caldera is not exactly a common occurrence.
We will look into this. The caldera. I believe it is something that is far beyond what mortal legs would normally take them. But the wings of the dragon would.
I just need a bunch of information about Zonfoam Tower and I can find it.
Zantha Tower is about 400 miles southwest, or southeast, because if you go west, you're in the Sea of Swords.
I mean specific information, like what it's about, something to familiarize myself with it.
Yes. History of Zantha's Tower is it was once owned by an extraordinary wizard named Xanthal, who began as a lowly adventurer, traveled across Faerun and beyond, reaching far distant worlds. He focused on conjuration and elemental evocation, and was often known to keep elementals and genies for company. He built a tower, surrounded it by a hedge maze so devious that only the select few that he allowed in could find their way through. And he disappeared one day. Some think he must have become a lich, while others believe he is just dead.
Lich, you say?
Question. If does the maze still work if one would try to get in? Because he said only a select few he allowed in would get in.
Oh, absolutely. Everyone who has tried getting into the maze, none of them have usually made it out. The ones who were not smart enough to have certain items upon them as they went in never came back at all, but who were spread across the astral plane in millions of pieces.
What would said items be?
Any extra-dimensional item, bags of holdings, portable holes, Heward's haversacks. Those who enter the hedge maze with these items don't tend to come out in one piece.
Good. Good.
That is the
So-
information that is known about that location. Otila Carnos or Leah looks to you guys. Have you obtained the skin of my slain kin?
That is next on our to-do list. We have a list of things, and it is next right here. We literally just got back, like, yesterday, and we tried to fit it in, but, like, it didn't work, but we're working on it.
That is acceptable. My support is determined on that. Namor, another male, looking sort of similar to Luthra. He looks at you guys. I already think this whole situation is messed up beyond repair, but I already threw in my lot with you, so you have my support. Tasmakella looks at you guys, and she's the female copper dragon that loved to do a little mischief with you guys. And she looks at you. You have already earned my support in returning an item from my hoard. I am yours. Just tell me where I am needed, and I shall be there. The rest of the council looks at you guys. So you have obtained the support of at least 3 dragons of quite some repute, with 2 on the fence. This is good news. They look to you, and functionally, they're like, we will let you guys pick where they will be deployed. So functionally, the way the dragons work is you can have them... Where is it?
Can we have them as mounts?
No.
Yeah, that's a little much.
You already
Alright.
denied me my other mount.
So it falls to you guys to allocate the dragons and that have pledged their services to you guys. You can either delegate a dragon to an alliance to help out an alliance. You can dedicate, or you could also dedicate the dragons to guard specific regions of the world. And
Okay,
in
so
such
Panther.
and hold on one second, real quick.
Yeah.
And a dragon will protect a 100-mile radius around the point where you assign it, stopping all draconic raids in that area.
So Panther, there's a stretch of forest with some birds in it. Entirely out of character. Sticks does not actually say that.
Kill all the blue jays. They need to die.
This isn't something that you guys have to determine right now at the top of this moment. You guys can take the week and talk on the chats and stuff like this. This isn't a present discussion that needs to be happening.
Do you have a map of like where we could put them?
I can get you one. It's essentially if you just let's see, Sword Coast map, because this adventure takes the entire Sword Coast.
It's a big.
Yeah, this adventure is one of the largest and grandest scale adventures that I've ever run. Copy image link. I'm trying to see if there's actually some of these places on the map.
And does the Battlehammer, Banhammer guy, does he have any of his guards or anybody like that with him?
Ambassador Braun Anvil?
Yeah, that guy. But he's not with the Battlehammer. Is it Bronze?
The guy we need an apology?
I thought Battlehammer dwarves are the ones that had the.
So the Battlehammer and Braun Anvils are pretty much one and the same. They've all come from the same group of dwarfs, and there's been Braun Anvils on the throne as often as there's been Battlehammers.
Gotcha.
The succession of what happened is after Brunner was succeeded by Bronak Banavil.
So that's why Elia thought it was the Battlehammer.
Yes, because it might have been the Battlehammers back in their time.
Okay.
Okay. Could we like ask the opinion of other people on the because we're in a room full of a bunch of important people who probably know a lot about
yeah.
war
So
stuff.
the well, where is it? Oh, where I just had it. All right, so the dragons, if they're sent to the Lord's Alliance, are assigned to protect the capital city of the delegate's territory. So if you assign one to the Lord's Alliance, it's going to go to either Waterdeep. It cannot go to Waterdeep. It can stay outside of Waterdeep. Because there's a they allowed them access for this meeting.
Wait, they have an anti-dragon?
They do, yes. As you see, all of the dragons are pretty uncomfortable right now.
That's not cool.
There is good reason for it in the past. So Lord's Alliance will protect a capital city. A dragon assigned to the Harpers will be used for intelligence gathering. Order of the Gauntlet sends any dragons to the city of Elturel, while the Emerald Enclave will send dragons to guard an ancient treant known as the Grandfather Tree. These will also gain you immense favor through any of these factions should you assign a dragon to them. Or you could choose to distribute the dragons to specific regions to protect people that you love and care about in the world.
I'm cool with anything but the tree. Like, legit. I don't want to have a dragon just protecting a tree. It seems like a vast waste of resources.
It is an ancient tree, and it's not just a tree. But I totally understand where you're coming from with that.
But
It's a
Maxim, it's an
tree.
important tree.
So if you're not
It's an
using
important
this,
tree that
you
might
get
have a lot of knowledge.
Or are you using it? For
That's what makes me think maybe it's worth protecting. Also, the favor with that faction wouldn't be too bad.
Meh.
That can be a discussion for later, though.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, is that any way? Once we have how many dragons are there? There's like
So far, there's 5 of them, but you have 3 that have pledged service right now, and 2 of them are on the fence.
is that a way?
So
like,
you
okay.
have, let's see here. You have Protanther, Namur, and Tazmakella.
So we put our least favorite dragon on tree duty.
Don't send a dragon to the tree.
But you guys can talk about that in the chat behind the scenes here, so we can continue the council.
Yep.
The rest of the council then looks to you. Summoning 3, or securing the alliance of 3 dragons is nothing short of a miracle. And we definitely appreciate what you've done here. However, there has been several things that have come to our attention as well. We have had several instances that have come through of issues. King Melindrock has informed us that there is you have received the missive to go to Zanthal's tower. And that is why we had the information that you had requested. We believe that this is a massive risk, and we could risk almost everything sending you guys there. But we believe that this, in on itself, is one of the greatest rewards that we can receive if this lead proves to be correct. If we can pull one single dragon mask, we thwart the plans of the cult for the foreseeable future. The other thing is there has been sights of red wizards that are integral to the cult's plan of summoning Tiamat. But we have received missives from Thay itself saying that the red wizards associated with the cult of the dragon are exiles with no connection to them anymore. The Thayans have sent us and asked for representatives to come to be sent to Thay as an envoy. And we'd like you to go as our envoys and as our voice. Convince the most reviled wizards in Faerun's history to join us for the common good. And we will reward you as well.
And there's no way to do both?
No, we want you to do both. We feel that Zanthal's tower is the more urgent of the two, as there is an active defector who could prove to be a valuable ally if he is telling the truth.
I agree with heading for the tower first. Those mages, I have a thing or two they might want. I think I can secure their alliance.
Wait. I am not gonna ask questions, okay?
It's better not to ask questions. You do not want to know what I have to offer for them.
Let me guess. It's spells. Yay.
Six pointedly just goes quiet, crosses his arm, looks at the wall.
Six?
Not
You
spells.
are an
Jasket, I
interesting
just realized what you're going to try trading them.
Mm-hmm.
We will get to that when we get to that.
Yep.
With the Snorlax hand.
You are an interesting person who I do not always agree with, but you do know magic very well.
That is
So
progress.
I think I'll trust you on that one. So
Thank you.
let's go to the Towery man who may or may not be a Towery man.
And how many people are kind of like looking at me right now?
Their eyes are mostly on like Solace, Sticks, as they're the ones talking.
Okay. I would like to pull out a fork stick. And I would like to cast Locate Object.
Okay.
And I will say Elia's sister's name, Norixius. This would apply to anything that is her remains related, which would include anything. So anything within 1,000 feet.
As you say that, you see Elia's head swivel right to you at the name. You might be muttering it under your breath, but just the draconic hearing. But nothing pinks.
I was kind of hoping the king actually had something on him. But
No, it was a solid plan.
all right, nothing pinks. Okay.
Okay.
With that, though, this is the end of our council. You can let us know where you would like the dragons to be sent at your leisure. I know you do have sending stones. We just wanted to provide you an update as well on the deeds of Commander Godric. For some odd reason, they burned down an entire section of forest in a training exercise, he claims. Slaughtering many of bluebirds.
Good.
Still with the only explanation of this is a training exercise. However, he has
You
been...
can hit a bird, you can hit a dragon.
Wait.
However, he has been heroically raiding with his company all along the Sword Coast, and they have actually helped save several dozen individuals that would have been lost if it was not for his timely intervention. He's been doing...
Godric! They're
very good.
talking about you!
And all eyes just swivel right to you as you essentially pull a cell phone out in the middle of a royal proceeding. And just blurt that out.
Long pause before. Who's they? And maybe you should be paying attention because that sounded like you said present context, as in like it is happening now.
Solace, put it away. Solace, put it away. Oh,
As literally all eyes are on you, Solace, of just utter, just like
Solace, put it
Eugene is
away.
just staring at Solace.
Oh,
like,
wait,
"What the
Solace, I
hell
gotta
would
go."
you do that?"
And then like
Good.
just before it cuts out, sounds of combat.
I need to go find a hole to die in real fast. This is not my day.
just...
I can protect you in certain situations. This is not one of them.
They just look at you, Solace. A little bit of etiquette, maybe next time. As one of the Aaliyah actually slides a book your way, and it's a book on etiquette. You're absolutely lovely, dear. You have lots of potential. We just need a little bit decorum. But I did hear how you were this party's secret weapon.
My parents just told me I was eating angrily. So, yeah, she was like immediately sad, and now she's immediately happy. Like the change is like super like abrupt.
But they look at you like, is there anything else that you would like to address before we call this council session to a close? Anything while you have all of us here in one building?
Would it be possible to get some ivory?
It is, yes.
I
Would
need
be
it.
getting paid?
Being paid was never part of this job. You were drafted, son.
Not this again.
Eugene kind of pauses and like raises his hand.
Yes.
So, I've already got Mr. Sticks looking at it, but I figure the more mages that can help, the better. Sometimes weird magic stuff comes out of me, and I don't know what I am. Apparently, I'm something weird. I'd like to kind of try and figure out what I am besides human, if that would be possible.
We can have some people look into that if you'd like.
I would.
I got some of his blood if you need it.
They just sort of look curiously at you. That is appreciated for us to do that. As they
Thank you very much.
take the vial from you.
Eugene.
Yeah.
On that topic, actually. Later, of course, not in front of everyone mid-council, but I do have one of the purchases I made today was to help you with that.
Oh, okay.
All right.
That's it.
Ken, quick question for
Yes.
you. Before I say this, I want to make sure I had the information right. When we were questioning the king's son, he had said that they had all the masks at the caldera, but obviously they don't. They don't have the blue one. The blue one is at the tower. Is that right?
In theory.
Oh.
I just want to make sure I'm right before I say this. Okay.
That's what that's what you discovered.
Okay. So then I would reiterate that finding this caldera and the volcano should be really important, maybe more than anything else. Somebody that we questioned after we killed a bunch of people, we let them alive until we had to kill them too. And I will look up and give an apologetic glance to King Melendrock for who we killed.
Mm-hmm.
And then say this person told us that that all the dragon masks minus the blue one are at this caldera. So if we find this soon enough, maybe we can get all of them quickly if you can locate it. Also, do you have any tuning forks? I need some, but specific.
Which ones are you looking for? I already got the copper one.
Is that a tune? No, we need it for... Well, they have to be attuned.
Yes.
Yes. So, oh, you got... Oh, copper. Oh.
Yep.
There we go. Okay. So, I figured the dragons could help us with... Or the elves could help us with some ones.
I think we're all set here.
Yeah, we can
Other than
arrange
that,
some
I
stuff.
think that's it. Yeah.
All right.
Meeting adjourned.
Fine.
We call this third council meeting at a close. You may proceed as you will, as this meeting comes to a close.
Drinks at Troll Skull? Anyone?
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
Don't drink, but yes.
Are we?
I'm sure they have cider there.
Are we gonna go for the dwarf now, or?
Well, if we want to talk about it on the way out, I have something to say regarding that, and then I'll probably drop in Elia's sister's name like that, since I'm assuming that with a 20 passive perception, I would have seen her look at me.
Yes.
Okay, I'll just give her like an apologetic nod of like saying that, but just like kind of like a knowing like I did this for a reason.
Yes.
Like, yeah, and then I'll walk out with them, and then let them know what I did and why I did it. So,
Okay.
which was to locate stuff.
Sounds good to me.
Dwarfs
Any
now?
of the councilmans join me at Troll Skull?
I think we're all gonna join you.
A good chunk of them sort of nod and say they will.
Cool. By any happen chance, is the dwarf guy gonna join us at Troll Skull?
He sort of shrugs his shoulders. Sure, why not?
Cool. I had a plan for that. Baxton is a thinky right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's just scary.
So
Not the smartest, but he knows dwarves like getting
The
drunk.
gears are turning, but there's nobody home.
Ken, I need to go find the Temple of Bahamut before I'll meet them at the
Okay.
thing. But I need to go find that.
So by
Solace.
we and I mean you are drinking.
Yeah, I'm drinking. Solace. Like on the way there I go, Solace, I'm gonna be drinking with the dwarf. Anyone else wants to join. But however, you're good with the talkie-talkie. You talkie-talkie to him.
I
I don't know
I'm
if
gonna
Solace is
drinky
the right
drinky
person
with-
today. Normally, Solace is the right person. I don't know. They're off their game today.
I am having a hard time, but I am studying the manners book as we walk because I am determined to prove myself.
I'm not
The
so
secret
good with the
weapon.
talkie-talkie. I'm good with the hitty and drinky.
So Solace, looking at that book, and looking at it, actually, as you're studying it, you get the faint tingling of magic with it.
Can I magic vibe check the book?
It's gonna tell you it's magical, but you could,
It's
unless
a
you
magic-
have a, what do you
Like,
call it?
nope. Tell me the
Identify.
Identify. Yes, it's not going to.
I have identify.
Willow. I have
Yeah?
a magic manners book. Maybe it will magically make me more mannerful. Will you check? Will you check?
Go.
All right.
And what does she find out?
So this, looking at it, is you are you just casting it as the spell slot?
Actually, I have one of my daggers loaded with identify.
Oh, okay. You cast Identify on it as you find out that this is a tome of leadership and influence.
Tome of leadership and influence.
So
Nice.
it contains guidelines for influencing and charming others, and its words are charged with magic. If you spend 48 hours over a period of 6 days or fewer studying this book's content and practicing its guidelines, your charisma score increases by 2, as does your maximum for that score. The manual then loses its magic but regains it in a century. So this can raise your charisma maximum to 22.
Holy crud buckets! This is awesome.
You just gave Solace. Like, here, have this very powerful book. This is for you.
Wait, this is from
One of the dragons, Olia Karnos.
Our friend Dragon. The silver one, right?
Yes.
oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I am happy. I'm happy.
Hey, while Solace is off for game today, does anyone else want to get drunk with me and try persuading the dwarf guy to give this?
I'll definitely give it a shot.
Cool. Willow, how about you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Eugene doesn't drink.
I don't drink either. But I do
Yeah,
talk.
but you have that innocence. Eugene is kind of just confusing. So a dwarf might just get annoyed at him.
Willow will bring.
No
Bob
offense,
with her.
Eugene.
The right-sized Bob, not the giant Bob.
Mm-hmm. Cool. And then where's Owen at? He looks around and he's like,
I
Yeah.
thought you were actually asking me, but then never mind.
no. He looks around and he's like, Owen's in the city. Cool. All right. So
I
I don't know why I'm whispering right now.
I was sad, but now I'm extremely happy.
Okay. Sorry, Sticks. The dude punching the air in the background is really distracting me.
It is very distracting, I'm sure.
He's dueling. Oh,
He's
Trenton.
fighty. He's so fighty. Look at him fight.
I couldn't tell if it was Beat Saber or not.
No, I think it's Blade and Sorcery.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Blade
Hey,
and
just
Sorcery.
wait.
Alright.
Just wait till I figure out how to stream in VR, and we can all just.
Aha.
SAO much? All right. So, do we want to roleplay this or do we want to dice roll this?
Oh, excuse me.
So you sit down with the dwarf as they come back, and he looks at you and he's like, "You think you can outdrink a dwarf?"
Yes.
He looks right to you. I'd say there's more than one way to skin a cat, but it seems like you've already found a few.
I've been skinned more times than I can count. I can count pretty high.
He comes over to the bartender and goes, "Dwarven or strongest ale, 3 glasses. Keep them coming when they're empty."
He stops you. The ambassador, Braun Anvil. Ambassador Braun Anvil stops you. He's like, "No, I know what you have back in the back. Bring out the fire whiskey, the finest dwarven."
Fucking-
He just sort of
Now
looks
we're
at both of you guys.
Dix gives like an excited clap. He's just got a big grin on his face.
Fire whiskey with the
Fire
fire
water.
cats.
So
That sounds potent.
It is.
It is known in all of Faerun that dwarven fire whiskey is the most potent jet fuel that you could ingest. And usually, short of Gutbuster,
Breakfast.
Gutbuster has been one that the Battle Ragers have adopted, but it is something that is not offered to non-dwarfs because it will kill them. Just hands down.
Willow thumps Bob on the shoulder and murmurs, "Make sure I get home."
So, as you guys are sitting there,
Willow, I didn't forget you. The reason I said 3 glasses was for the 3 of us. I figured the ambassador has his own, and he wouldn't be bothered to have his own glass. Just wanted to clarify that.
Okay.
so Leaf the bartender comes through with a plate, just a tray, full of shot glass after shot glass after shot glass. All of them filled with this fiery red liquid. And you can literally see, you can't tell if it's the vapor from the alcohol dissipating or evaporating in the room temperature, or if it's legitimate heat waves coming off of this liquor. As Ambassador brought in, well, just sort of, "Aye, you ready? What are we wagering on? Every good drinking contest needs a wager."
What? Guys, wager on the armor. Wager on the armor. And
Vix will, he sets his own tankard down and goes, if you win, I'll give you one favor from me. No limits aside from you cannot make me do anything illegal and or hurt any of my friends.
Okay. And what if I win? Or when I win?
If you win, that's what you get. If I win, I
yes.
want the same of you. I want one favor, nothing illegal, and I cannot make you hurt any of your friends.
He sort of plays with his beard a bit. It's agreeable. What about you two, as he points to...
Jackson pulls out a shatter spike, puts it on the table, and says, "This was given to me by a vampire dude thing. Vampire spawn. I don't know.
You
His
see,
name was Gavin.
you see his eyes go wide as you realize now that this is very finely crafted dwarven weapon.
Yeah, I said it was given to me by that.
You have one of the holy weapons that was stolen from Mithril Hall when the orcs came.
I do.
You hold a relic of my people.
What's it worth to you?
You already wagered it in the drinking contest.
I know. What are you going to put up against it? Wager must be met with a wager in order for it to be accepted. Isn't that right?
Yes. Let me... What would you wish of me? For something this great, I don't want to insult you for my offer.
I am looking for 1 second.
Why don't you like stick clever worded thing that a wizard would say?
Because I'm a paladin. I'm not a wizard. I don't think. I
A
hit. and
clever
I'm trying to find
worded thing that a wizard would say. A contract, mind you.
What? Why don't you just copy paste? It's like super simple.
Just let them think they're Solace.
Thinking.
He might need to open a window here.
I am. I have 2 windows open right now.
I jest.
It's a Poets Tragicon.
Well, while you think, he looks to Willow. Little cousin, I don't think that you'll be able to outdrink me, but it's always worth a laugh. What would you wish to
He
wager?
just smiles and says, "Here, I'll put down this dagger that has, let's see, 2 uses of haste. You can call it from the dagger."
I appreciate this. I will offer you this as he pulls out a hand axe. This is
He smiles and says, "That's my chosen weapon."
I figured as much. A report said that you like to throw them. This one here has a potent enhancement upon its blade. It'll never dull. This is what I'll wager.
My honor, cousin.
Mr. Dragonborn, have you figured out what you would like to wager? If not, I have...
What do you have to wager? And then I think I have something, but let's see what you have to wager.
I'll wager a spot of honor in Mithril Hall. You will always have a suite of apartments prepared for you, shall you ever find yourself gracing our fine city. You'll never want for food or drink in Mithril Hall. If you win.
That seems fair.
I mean, that sounds pretty good.
That seems fair.
Holy Avenger. Holy Avenger.
I was thinking a dwarven thrower. I really wanted a dwarven thrower.
He looks to Eugene, who's just sort of like nervously watching over everyone. He needs to drink. He needs to take a bit of the edge off of his.
Eugene just leans back. No, thank you, sir. I'm a pious man. I don't do that.
Most of our pious men are our heaviest drinkers.
If he drinks, he might explode. So we kind of don't.
Ah, he's one of those. He's chaos touched.
Yes.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
Wait, what?
What?
Pardon?
Say again. Say that again.
When-
Great, you're gonna have to drink to find out.
And as you say that, he just sort of stops for a second and thinks and shakes his head. He's like, no, Moradin would not allow me to lead you astray here.
All right. Well,
You are that of the Chaos Kist. Dumathoin lost a bet long a time ago to Mithra of the Weave. Things happened, and part of the toll of Mithra's curse, or not curse, but part of the bargain was every so often an individual would be kissed by chaos. Said to be gifted by Mithra on the day of their birth. This could be not the case, or it could just be a story, but that is what my people believe.
and if we went to your Mithril Hall, do you think that maybe I could read more about this?
We have some literature there. We have great libraries. As he just sort of glances around the room, talking about great libraries in a dwarven city that mainly fancies smithing.
Eugene sort of like purses his lips and he's like, I suppose I could try if you'd let me read whatever I wanted to.
For that, we have a bargain. More shots for this one! As he calls out to Leaf. He's like, and if I win, I'll give you the same. Because I like you.
Thank you. I think?
Thank me in
Dwarves
the
don't tend to
morning.
like people. Dwarves tend not to like people. It's a compliment.
So the shot glasses get put down in front of you. As he's like, all right. First round. The Moradin, may he bless this drinking contest. As he slams, I'm so glad there was nothing in my dice cup because that would have been really awkward. As he slams his shot, you'd see his eyes sort of water a bit as he shakes his head. And as he slams the glass back down onto the table. Everyone that drinks, I need a Constitution saving throw.
To Garrick's. May his flame forever bright. Con save. Great.
Willow just knocks it back. And that's 21.
Okay.
17.
Okay.
Yeah, Eugene just gonna say, "Oh, light, watch over me," and boom, back again. 23. How's a 23 hit you?
It's really well. What about you,
A little bit
Sticks?
of a little bit of a madman's cackle before tossing it back, and a 19.
All right, so you guys all managed to hold down the first shot as this stuff burns. It is one of the smoothest whiskeys you've ever had. However, at the same time, you feel that warm hug of the liquor all over you as your body instantly warms to the sensation. The next round gets put in front of you. He holds it up. All right, next round. How you feeling?
Delightful.
Tastes like a campfire.
May I have some
Night.
milk and cookies, please?
To remember that we
Elise
shall
drops the
forget.
milk and cookies in front of you.
Perfect.
All right.
Night to remember that we shall forget.
Mhm.
That's the toast that I do every time we go out. Me and the boys go out drinking.
All right. So, Sticks, what'd you get?
That will be a 17.
Okay. Baxton.
16.
Eugene.
28.
And Willow.
16.
All right. Willow and Baxton, you start to feel it this time. The second shot, the room starts spinning a bit. Things are going... It's hitting you a lot harder than you thought. Oh, Eugene and Sticks, you guys are just like, yeah, we good. You starting to get that little bit of tingle, that warmth getting through you. You're getting really warm, though. All of you guys are getting really warm with these shots.
Six has canonically been shown to be able to put down a weird amount of food and drink.
Yes. As you see him, he just sort of shakes his head and smiles. A third!
Why stop at a third? Give me 2.
A double. You are a madman. As he
Yes.
matches your 2 shots. Back to back.
Another throw, my friend.
Another
I
roll,
rolled a
yeah.
nat 20 on that one.
This will
so
be
yeet.
2 rolls with the...
But I am doing two rolls.
I'm not doing 2. I'm just doing
no.
1.
That's
So
not the greatest.
I'm only doing 1 also. I mean,
as Styx does the first shot, he then is going to slam it down onto his spellbook, which will give a little puff of flame. I'm casting through the meta magic feat I have yet to actually use because I only grabbed it for the one meta magic subtle spell. I'm using Lesser Restoration, but Styx's form. So as a little bit of puff of fire comes out, Styx does catch on fire and he pats himself out because his spell does still do fire damage to him.
Are you curing your poisoning for the...
Yep.
So you reset your DC back down lower.
Mm-hmm.
So what did you roll?
So I rolled a 18 and a 12. The 18 was the first one, the 12 was the second one.
All right. So even though you do that, the room starts spinning a bit.
Okay.
Inspiration. I'm gonna inspiration. Go again.
Okay.
Inspiration, I forgot
Like,
about that. I've been rolling my
Solace
second
just
one.
starts playing a jaunty tune, all like, Sticks, I don't like you, but we need a favor. Like,
I rolled a 27, by the way, Ken.
Yeah, so
God dang.
so Eugene, you're just like, this is spicy water, and you're just like slamming them, not even flinching as you're just warming to the
I
sensation.
don't like it. I don't like it. This is weird.
So the second roll is a 16.
Okay.
First one for
So
me was a
passes.
nat 20,
Okay.
so a 26. And then the second one was an 18.
All right. All right.
17.
All right. So everyone is fine this time. Baxton, that second shot though, oh boy, is it starting to hit you. You're like staring hard at one point in the room, trying to keep everything like your vision anchored, as everything is just wobbling, as you're just.
Just to clarify, I am not wearing my armor
Yes, Solace.
because that would be a lot heavier.
if I gave Bardic inspiration to these guys, do you think he would be able to tell?
I mean, Bardic Inspiration is sort of one of those things that you just like, hey, you're doing great. It's not something that's like an overt, like, hey, I'm cheating.
Okay.
It's just you cheering on from the sidelines.
Perfect.
I believe in you, Spring Break.
You know, instead of wiggle and smack, I'm gonna do throw it on back to bardic inspiration to Godric, and
You mean there's not Godric here?
no, not Godric. Crap. And who
So-
else is doing well?
So Styx.
Yeah, Styx, and Willow is doing well.
Baxon is
And-
not doing well right now. You see him starting to turn green in the scales.
Who else is
Eugene is drinking it like it's water.
Yeah,
is
Eugene
Owen
doesn't even.
playing?
Owen's currently not here at the moment.
Yeah.
You also see
Um,
Eugene's face start not even getting like red from.
How is the dwarven dude doing?
He's looking fine.
Okay,
Fudge.
so a bardic inspiration to both of you, all of you, except Baxon. You're doomed, buddy.
I'm fine with
Okay,
that.
and that's a D10.
Yeah.
A
Uh,
D10.
All right.
All right.
As the drinking contest continues underway, we pan to Owen. Owen, you are heading to one of the city's more wondrous temples, one of the grander temples, the Temple of Bahamut. You've been here previously in your stay, and this building yet again is beauteous beyond repair, like description. You see marble pillars, as the whole building is done in white marble, accented with silver and platinum. You see people sort of bobbing in and out. The lights are always lit here, but instead of the traditional flames that you'd see, you see platinum-colored flames, sort of in the sconces, and never dying flames. You ascend the steps, and you're at the temple proper.
I'd like to go inside and then find. I'm not sure how specific this needs to be, but I'd like to find an area where 6 people would be able to stand together without bumping into anything.
You can easily find that talking to any of the priests. They can, knowing knowing who you are and what you've done for the area, they actually find a side closet that they have cleared for you.
Oh, okay. And then I would like to cast a 6th level spell, Word of Recall.
Okay, so you're establishing a safe spot.
Yes.
Okay, sounds good to me.
Because after having something stolen out from underneath us, I thought maybe a backup plan might be worth having, just in case another dragon decides to steal floorboards out from underneath us, and
Or
yeah,
something.
or something. They can't
Or
steal the whole
something.
Temple of Bahamut, so.
So you say that, and then his kin's gonna be like, "Well, hey, guess what, guys?
The whole thing's gone. And then on the way back, I need. I don't know if I'd have to stop, but I need to find. Where are you? It's something specific. I'd like to find either. Basically, it's their divination tools.
Yeah.
They need to be 100 gold. I'm not too picky on what it is, but I prefer if they're carved in with Goblin Runes. So either like I'd probably be okay with teeth, but I'd probably prefer between like bones or.
For that, going to Zoblob's shop that Styx went to earlier is your
Okay.
best bet. As strangely enough, there is a large. He has access to a large goblin population that the city guards do not know about. So may or may not have goblin divination tools. or gobbish divination tools. Because canonically, gobbish makes more sense in a literacy word than goblin, and no one can change my mind.
I'm not a goblin. I'm just a little goblish.
It just makes me just laugh that the name should be gobbish, and that's my canonical name in all my worlds for the goblin language.
Would he have these available in runes or teeth? Like, what do we?
Yes, they are rune-scribed goblin's teeth. They're goblin runes, scribed on goblin's teeth. As from your backstory, you do know that goblins lose teeth at an exponential rate, and they tend to just keep growing their entire life. They're sort of like sharks.
Alright. Well, I will definitely hand over 3 gold, and
The beholder
I think
floats
you
the
have, like,
stuff out to you.
yeah, I might be looking at his eye stalks a little bit. All whatever ones I can see. Do I see the plushie?
The plushie's outside. It's like in the window, and there's like a curtain behind it. So it's like
Is it small? It's big.
it's like a big like window display, and the plushie fills up like the majority of the window.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Okay. I'll just thank you.
You're welcome.
And I will head. Oh, wait. Do you have tuning forks?
I sold a couple earlier, but I still have some, yes.
Do you have one for the... I heard of this really amazing place. It's called the Fade? Fade? No, Fey Realm. Do you have one attuned there? Do you have one attuned for here?
Yes.
Okay.
As he floats out 2 tuning forks. One is made of cold iron. The other one seems to be made of wood.
Those were not the ones that you grabbed, right, Sticks?
They're not.
Also, he just sort of grumbles, no refunds.
All right. So then I'll hand over. What was that? How much is it? Do you give discounts for the Inquisition, right? We're trying not to have the whole planet blown up.
As soon as you say the Inquisition, you're floated firmly out of the building, and the door shuts behind you as you hear a large bolt slam.
So did he not take my money at all?
Your money comes out of your pockets as you're floating.
Okay.
As your goods are slid under a slot in the door.
Oh.
And you notice there is a 10 gold charge for his hassle on top of the goods cost.
I don't know if I would actually notice that. Okay, and then I will mosey my way on back, thinking about what table I'm going to sit underneath and drink when I get back there.
So you eventually get back, and you come back to a raucous scene. You see Eugene sort of sitting there, unfazed by the liquor. You see Styx sort of still looking really good. You see Baxton just death staring a part of the wall, trying to stop the world from spinning as he's just trying to hold down his lunch. As you see Willow also just you see Willow just sort of taking it pretty well too. As you see Ambassador Braun Anvil just sort of smiling, swaying slightly in his chair. All right, round 5. Or 4 for some of you.
Dix raises his hand. 3, please.
He looks to you.
Big ol' smile.
I have to keep up with the cat, damn it. As he slams 2 more.
And he goes, to the nine hells, may the stay there be as fun as the way there, and slams back all three one after the other.
So I realized something while Owen was off in his adventure.
Yes.
I have my aura right now that's giving +2
Oh.
to all friendly things. Is he currently friendly with me? Because he
Yes.
is the enemy in this competition.
That is for you to determine.
I'm going to say no. However, it only works when I'm conscious, so I don't think that's going to last much longer.
So for the next maybe round,
Yes, for the next round.
especially if you're trying to keep up with Sticks, he's now downing 3 at once. But good to know on having that +2.
So you see him after the third one, he starts swaying a bit. Getting a little green in the gills, but he's still... Fire whiskey's good stuff. It's very good stuff.
It's one of my
Willow says,
favorites. Oh, sorry, Willow.
No. Willow was just saying tasty.
Did we roll another drinking check? I had to get up real fast.
Yes.
If you're keeping up
Okay.
with Sticks, you're doing another 3.
Okay, that's an 18, but I'm going to use one of my heroic moments for plucky endurance and add 5 to that.
Okay.
Nice.
So 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
You're good. And what did you get, Willow?
16.
All right. Willow, the world starts to spin a bit for you, but you're still...
Willow, bardic inspiration.
Ooh, thank you.
You're still
And
holding
that's for
on.
an extra...
I took
D10.
all 3 because I'm keeping up with Sticks. Sorry.
So you took all 3, keeping up with Sticks?
Yes.
No, we took one.
I did.
Just
I'm
the-
trying to keep up with
Okay.
Sticks.
Yeah,
Um,
and here, I didn't know that Willow did this.
Right.
So what's your new roll, Willow?
I'm 17.
Okay.
Sorry, I had to get out of foresighted.
You're fine. You're fine. I got a 19 for my first roll. A 21 for my second roll. And a 9 for my third roll.
So your first 2, you're just like, you take it back, and you're looking daggers at Sticks. And as you sort of weakly get through the third, like halfway through the third one, you just start violently throwing up.
Between gasps, just yelling, "Damn it, cat!"
As Bane, the Brawn Anvil ambassador, just like, "Ha ha! This is mine," as he grabs the Shatter Spike. As he tucks it into his belt.
Eugene's gonna look at the dwarf and be like, I want the thing that he promised. I want that on there. I'll give you something else. The thing that he wanted, I want it now.
You want to give up the library for this weapon?
No, I want the thing he wanted. The place to stay. And the library.
Oh, you want the place of honor?
Yes. And the library. I've been drinking all of this stuff and I'm fine.
I'm just wise enough right now to say yes. All right, next rounds.
Uh,
19.
Okay.
Oh, 10, I did roll a 5 at one point, but I have lucky, so I marked that off.
Okay. Sticks, how many are you grabbing this time to drink? Just one, or are you continuing on?
Thinking about if I want to climb it like I have been.
I'm adding Solace's plus 10 to that again.
Okay.
Should we be writing down what you guys wagered? In case they're too to remember?
At this point, you see Leaf coming through, and he's got a large bucket shaped in the size of a dragonborn's face. And he just sets it over Baxton's face as he's on the ground. He's like, "This is for the floors. I don't need you doing your breath nastiness as you're getting sick."
You know, Leaf, I haven't forgiven you. I think you're an elf spy.
He
Is
just
my
keeps
vomit
moving.
flammable?
You never know.
One way to find
That's
out.
a very interesting question.
So what'd you get there, Sticks?
I'm still debating if I'm raising the stakes. I don't think I will, so I'm only gonna do one shot this time. But because of Solace's D10, they gave me a total of 21.
19, Ken.
19. All right.
Yeah.
So with this, you're finally starting to feel it there, but barely. There, Eugene. Willow, what did you get? You said a 19 as well?
19.
All right, Willow, you're starting to feel it a lot heavier at this point.
Well, there's not much of me.
Yes, and the DC has been rising with every shot. More or less depending on if you succeeded the previous one. Sticks, you said you got a 21?
Yes.
You hold it down. The world is starting to spin again for you.
Okay.
He's like, all right. All right. All right. Do. As he just...
You? You got it. And again, he slams his shot glass on the book. Cause another little bit of sparks to come off. And that's my last subtle spell. Before I take a long rest. And Lesser Restoration. I take 2 points of damage.
You see him take the 2 shots and he's just...
So do we have to do 2?
You don't have to, but...
Okay. Here's my 1.
He's drunk enough at this point, he's not counting what you guys are drinking.
I'm gonna use my other heroic moment for a 25 on that.
Nice.
All
Nice.
right.
Can I play music right next to him so he gets like a bardic headache while
No, that's
drinking?
not how it works. You're not that type of bard.
The annoying kind?
I mean,
All right,
I
what'd you
am
get?
willing to challenge the DM on the annoying kind of bard of Solace. But yes, I'm so glad I reset my DC because I got a 12. I don't think that beats the starter DC if I remember correctly.
no.
But now I'm tipsy instead of just drunk.
Yes. And then Willow.
16.
16.
I'm feeling it even more, aren't I?
Willow, the whole room is violently spinning at this point. You figure if you go any further, you might start vomiting like Baxton is.
Smile happily, lean against Bob, and hand the dagger over to the dwarf.
All right. He's not looking very much better than you guys. Yes, Owen.
I would like to cast Divine Intervention.
Okay.
I don't know.
So, okay, Owen, I'm going to propose a homebrew rule for Divine Intervention that might make it maybe easier to get it off. I'm going to say, if this interests you, a roll-off. So I roll and you roll the D100. If we are within your wiggle room that the spell says, so like you're level 11, it'd be like, or level 13, it'd be 1. If you're within 13 of my number,
Okay.
it gives you a better chance.
That's interesting. I like it.
That way you're not just trying to go get 1 through...
Yeah.
I've been thinking about this and I sort of want to try it. So if you're game...
Yeah, no, we can.
All right. What did you get?
I got a 79.
I got a 53, so close.
That's close. Alright.
All right, so he grabs the dagger and he stabs himself in the thigh trying to put it into his belt. and puts it in. All right, 2 are out. There's you, and that one. He grabs and
Six grabs his glass and goes, "Now, I offer this to you as like a hospitality thing. I know your answer, and I very much so respect the answer. You can back out."
he just narrows his eyes at you. Did you just accuse me of being a quitter?
No. As I said from the very start there, I know your answer, and I respect the answer. I just figured, just in case.
May Dumathoin forgive me for what I'm gonna do. And he slams another shot.
Same.
All right.
Oh, no. Nope. I'm using my inspiration.
Also using inspiration.
I rolled a nat 1.
There we go.
Way better.
24.
Okay.
19.
Yeah, Styx, you're starting to get pretty on it, but he sits there and he just sort of clonks his head to the table. Just unconscious.
Eugene slams both fists down on the table and just goes, "Yeah!"
Six gives
You said I couldn't do it. I did it.
Six gives a deep sigh of relief, puts the glass on his side, casts his last Blessed Restoration to remove all the alcohol out of his system, and goes, "I learned how to do that in the forest when that one guy got mad I was casting spells at him. I've been holding on to that for so long."
All right. Well, with that, guys, it is getting late here, and this is where we are going to end for the night.
Mr. Styx, is this what victory feels like?
Yes,
Actually, Willow did better than I thought she would.
Yeah. So I'm
So,
going to end the stream here.
I
So
just-
thank you, everyone, for watching.